Hey, before we go to my college card here, I want to talk about a weird trend that I've seen on social media. I don't know that there's too much data, but sometimes data gets replaced with voodoo, and voodoo could be the reasoning for this. The Packers have a quarterback Super Bowl trend that just point blank makes no sense. Going throughout history, every time that the Green Bay Packers have won a Super Bowl, their quarterback has been 27 years old when he won it for the first time. Bart Starr, all the way back in 1961, won his first championship, even though it wasn't the Super Bowl, when he was 27 years old. Fast forward to 96, Brett Favre, 27 years old when he won his Super Bowl after a 30-year drought. Fast forward 15 more years, it was Aaron Rodgers at 27 years old, winning the Super Bowl. Coincidentally, I think you know where I'm going with this. The Green Bay Packers starting quarterback Jordan Love is 27 years old. And in comes Micah Parsons, and now the Packers are a Super Bowl favorite. Our model told you before the season that we should wait and see a little bit on Green Bay, right? They had a pretty high just price. The sports books love them and made them an instant favorite after the Parsons trade. Dimer's bot kind of told us, let's sit back and see. Well, through 2 weeks, the Packers look pretty dominant. So maybe the 27-year-old voodoo is at play here. What do you make of this, Dave? Should we put any stock in this?
I don't know, man. It's creepy, honestly. If anything, the Packers have only had 3 quarterbacks in the past 3 or 4 decades, and every time not every time, but 2 times they were 27 years old so far. They've won a Super Bowl. This year will, of course, be the deciding factor, and if they win the Super Bowl, will shape how the Packers draft and start their quarterbacks for the rest of eternity, because they're just going to keep getting a guy who's 27 years old each year, and they're going to win the Super Bowl every single year. So, it's going to hinge on this year, but 5.8% now to win the Super Bowl from the Dimers model. That certainly doesn't align with the shortest odds, or the third shortest odds at plus 650, as we talked about. So it's not a tasty price unless you're willing to just pay the premium. If I were putting one unit on the Packers to win the Super Bowl, I would probably have to put more than one to justify this price, but that's not something I'm going to do. So I'm just staying away from this and hoping they don't win the Super Bowl and I didn't miss the train. Love looks good, in age 27 year. He's got that Packers extra magic. He hasn't had to do a ton. That's not the worst thing, though, for a well-balanced team. Usually bodes well for all parties. So I'm not going to ascribe to the voodoo magic here, but I will watch with great interest. Much like the Jets will be watching Jordan Love's career with great interest to add him to their ranks in about 8 seasons.
Yeah, poach him when he's 38. The Jets have their own trend with numbers as well. It's sign old quarterbacks. I got to say, I'm a Lions fan by now if you've listened to the show. Trust me, there's nothing I want more than the Packers to not be incredible. I am officially nervous. I'll go from a code green to a code yellow through 2 weeks on there's no value here, stay away, they're overpriced, to okay, they look like the class of the NFC North, if not the class of the NFC in general right now. Philadelphia still exists. I think there's a lot of hoops to jump through. I still believe the Ravens and Bills are the teams to beat in this entire league, but I would be lying to you if I said this little 27-year-old trend didn't make me blink twice when I was looking at the Packers odds right now. We'll see, but I have a feeling this is going to be something we come back to on the show almost weekly at this point. Let's check in with the Packers and their crazy curse and see if they're still trending in the right direction.